Oh, hi, hello, how you doing? My name is Waldo, and I am here to feel the politics with you. How is everybody tonight? I am running behind, as almost always. Mondays are hard. Mondays, am I right, Garfield? That's right. Getting my light turned on here. Turn it down a little bit. Doesn't need to be quite that high. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. Oh, yeah, Mondays. Fun, right? Monday fun day. Big important day. It's been all over the place today, hasn't it? I woke up excited, ready to stream for you guys. Super excited. We're gonna watch Donald Trump and all his stuff disappear, and he's gonna lose his house, and they're gonna foreclose on all his junk. But that didn't happen. That changed pretty quickly. That changed quite a bit, and so now we're not gonna do that. We're gonna watch the liberals melt down and be very angry about the fact that he did catch a break. Sad, but that's the way it happened. Today also, big news, I'm apparently a Twitch affiliate now, so that's cool, that's fun. If you're watching on the Twitch, you can press the buttons and become a subscriber or something, and it'll turn a frog gay and it'll pop up right up here. But this is the first time I've gotten that far and that many followers and stuff like that, so it's exciting and fun and very happy. Hey Jacinto, how you doing? So if you are on the Twitch streams and stuff and Twitch chat, so hop in there, say hello, and become a follower, so that I can keep getting more and more and more followers and telling people what's going on, and then I'm totally gonna take suggestions on what to make the tier subscribers and all that fun stuff. I think I called the first one paying attention. I think I'm going to call the second one like frog sexuality engineer, because you've turned a frog gay. And then I think the third one's going to be something like waldonistas or something like that, where you become a part of the clan or something along those lines. Waldonistas is what I'm thinking. Kind of like Sandinistas from Nicaragua. So that is what I'm headed for already. I have, let me see if I got the emotes up. Do I have the emotes? Let's see. Great. Okay, so what have we got so far? I've only got
FSE is a good acronym.
FSE is a good acronym? FSE. What is FSE? Frog sexuality engineer, yeah.
N.
So we've got Dark Brandon down there, so I've got that emote. Then we've got the Drama Llama.
A.
The Drama Llama. And let's see what else we got. We got Emo Waldo, because that one's been in for a while.
Oh.
Because that is Emo Waldo.
Check
there
out Waldo's videos, https www.youtubecom at Waldo videos.
Come on, Canooch. Why would you interrupt me right in the middle of a sentence? All right. And then the fourth one, I think, is... Wait, where'd you go? The fourth one is the Shocked Pika.
A.
So we have a fifth slot. I'm open to suggestions. If you want to make a suggestion, hop into the Discord and tell us what that fifth one should be.
Discord. https discord gg beignet tritix 8.
So that is the Discord. Go there, tell us what stories to talk about, tell me what things to read about, and tell us your
Frog
feelings
and
on the
address.
things. Frog and address? What would it look like? Just the regular Pepe frog, but in a dress? That would be okay with me, I suppose. But yeah, those are the four that we got so far up here, and they don't appear on the screen the way these do from the kick. Maybe I have to turn it on. I'll work on that as well. Maybe I can turn that on right now.
Hi.
I wonder if I can do that. Tyler the Goat, hi, how you doing? Come on in. We're just getting started. We're gonna feel some politics tonight. I'm all excited because I just got the first. This is the first stream I've done as a Twitch affiliate. I'm kind of a big deal now. I think I can turn on that setting in the Abotrix. Let me see if I can hop over here. Go to Twitch stuff. Wow, that's bright. Okay, good lord. Yeah, that's usually not the screen it brings up. Okay, it brings up this screen. Great. We're on the Twitch. Yes. And then we go to the widgets, I think. Emotes on screen. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Why isn't it? It's turned on. Wonder why they don't work. I'll have to fight with it later. These things are always tricky and difficult, but I'll fight with it later. Try and get those things on screen. At the moment, emotes appear on screen for the Kick chat, like this, like that guy right there. but not on the Twitch chat, which is sad, and I wish were...
Hey.
I'll try and get it to work. Okay, we'll try and get that to work.
Are you a blind Biden sheep or an educated, free, independent Trump thinkeree?
Oh, well, that's the thing, Tyler. I am a woke, brilliant, super genius who's very sadly voting for Biden. Here's him in chat now. The good old Dark Brandon. Here he is. Dark Brandon. So, yeah, we were. It's been a bit of a roller coaster today, hasn't it? I woke up thinking, all right, today's the day. We're going to get to watch all these...
oh, you're a wokey. Oh, okay, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, it will. You're right. It's going to be great. It's going to be super fun. So I was planning on watching all they had a countdown and everything. There was a Trump countdown until he had to pay the New York court, and that looked like this. Hey, let's look at it. Tyler the Goat, you just turned a frog gay. I hope you're happy. I hope you're proud of yourself. You turned a freaking frog gay. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. So let's look at these headlines. They changed quite a bit from the morning to the afternoon, right? So I'm going to put up the window capture right here and here. Here we go. So this is the now defunct bad headline that was up there. Donald Trump hits $454 million bond deadline. Will Letitia James move on his cash and buildings? That was 12 or 14 hours ago. This one can just go away since it's of no value. Donald Trump runs out of time. 8:34 a.m. You see, I was getting ready. I was excited. I was going to watch this play out. It got shot in the ass. Today is the day that 50 years of grifting...
Trump is not going to pay, and should NT pay either way.
Hang on. Today is the day 50 years of grifting finally comes to an end, unless Donald Trump comes up to $454 million. He's in deep doo-doo. They used the word doo-doo. Come on, fucking TNR. You guys suck. What is this? But will his backers ever wake up to reality? That was what we were expecting today. That was what these guys wrote. They wrote this shit late last night. They jumped in this morning to punch those headlines out. They were going to knock this stuff out of the park, and they got their asses handed to them by Trump New York fraud bond cut to $175 million in appeal from $454 million. So pre-writing headlines to catch the clickbait algorithm. That's right, Shinsundo. That's exactly what they did. But it didn't turn out quite that well, because they gave him 10 more days and cut the amount down to $175 million. So the New York Appeals Court paused for 10 days a massive civil fraud judgment against former President Donald Trump. The court also sharply reduced the bond he would have to post to obtain a longer stay to $175 million. Trump's lawyers, in a court filing last week, said it was impossible for him to get the appeal bond of $454 to satisfy the judgment in the amount, having approached more than 30 surety companies without success. So they said, we can't do that much, and the court agreed to a 10-day wait and $175, which he'll probably make. So let's keep reading. The ruling came the same day as the New York Attorney General Letitia James could get out of the fucking way, you bastards. Start seizing the former president's real estate assets and bank accounts to satisfy that $454 million. James is prevented in doing so for now due to the order from the 5-judge panel in Manhattan Supreme Court's Appellate Division, which did not give a reason for cutting the bond threshold by about 60%. So Trump's... Yeah, they're going to probably be able to pull it off. Earlier Monday, he had raged in Truth Social post that he might be forced to sell his baby's real estate assets. That's what happens when you face consequences, Donnie. To satisfy the judgment while he appeals a judge's verdict, and that he and his other defendants for years fraudulently inflated the stated value of properties while obtaining loans. Trump's lawyer previously asked that the appeal bond in the case be set to $100 million. So they asked for 100, and now they're getting it to about 175. So it's possible that they're going to be able to pull it off within the next 10 days. What does that mean? Does that mean that he never has to pay? Not quite. That means that this is the first part that allows them to do an appeal. So during that appeal, the lawyers and will suggest that the lawyers in the first case and the judge, Angeron, have broken the law and done a bad job of court casing. This won't include new evidence. It won't include changing of the old evidence. There is nowhere for them to insert new evidence. So this will be a court process discussion only. You're definitely a nerd. That's true, Tyler. I don't know why you didn't know that. I mean, look at all this shit. Look, I got fucking Darth Vader back here, and a Mandalorian, and Homer Simpson, and some Yoda stuff. And I have this cool photo of Ronald McDonald. I am definitely a nerd. So what they're going to do is discuss the court case and what the judges did and what the lawyers did. Won't be about evidence. No appeals are about evidence, mostly. I mean, I can say just about all of them aren't about evidence. Evidence happens in the first trial. The appeal is suggesting that the court did something incorrect. The Sniper Elite, hi, how you doing? So what will probably happen? Well, it's from the Big Mosquito, Phantom Menace. Okay. Let's see. What was I thinking? So yeah, that's what's going to happen. He's going to get the appeal 10 days from now. That'll drag this thing out a little bit farther, and he'll try to win the election, make it go away. My conservative friend Thomas has been on the show telling me several times that nothing's going to happen to Angeron if Donald Trump wins, and I think he's wrong. He's not here right now, so I'm going to tell you. I think that Judge Angeron, if Donald Trump wins, is going to find himself under investigation by the DOJ. I just think that's going to happen. Thomas assures me it's not going to happen, but I think it will. They'll trump something up. They'll find something. They'll make something up, and they'll create a narrative that they'll just investigate. They'll open an investigation into Judge Angeron, and they'll just find something. Should be investigated and disbarred. Are you kidding me? For what reason, Tyler the Goat? Give me a reason. You don't like his judgment? Not a good reason. Has he committed any crimes? Has he done something incorrect? Has he done something against the law? No. But Trump's DOJ, if he wins and puts, I don't know, some crazy person in charge of the DOJ, being impartial, you haven't proven that he has. There's no evidence to that. He doesn't like mustard on his sandwiches, Popog said. Popog is the only one with a little bit of evidence here. Popog has a somewhat decent idea of what should be investigated by the FBI, and it's the fact that he doesn't like mustard on his sandwiches. He was mean to Daddy Trump by holding him accountable. I know. That's why he's going to get investigated, I suspect. They'll open an investigation. The DOJ will come out here, and whichever absolute lunatic Donald Trump puts in front of the DOJ will come out in front of the podium. He'll stand in front of the podium. Today we are beginning an investigation into Judge Angeron of New York for this crime and this crime and this crime. And they'll just start an investigation. They'll investigate forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And then they'll never find anything. And then they'll bring in witnesses who make stuff up, and then they'll talk about how important that is, and it's just not it's made up. It's exactly what they've done to Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. That's exactly what they'll do. They'll do the exact same thing with these never-ending investigations that go nowhere, and then they'll never vote to get rid of them. Enough evidence in open and official investigation? No, there's not. Where is it? Point to it. Libs will moan like they do when everything else that people need to know what need to be done. There isn't any. There's none. Not being impartial isn't criminal. Judges have judicial immunity. Made up? Yes, made up, Tyler. Made up. Not real. Incorrect. Fantasy. So let's look at some of these other stories that have popped up today. So there is that. This is leftists being leftist copium. I'm going to call it out. Trump might be too broke for the 175 million bonds too, and that would be doubly embarrassing for him. I don't think he will be. I think he'll be able to pull this out. It's only 40% of what the original one was, so I think he'll be able to pull this off. 175, even if he has to sell like 2 things, he'll get to that point. But this is the leftists are seething, as I said. The libs are seething. The calm among us are fine. Am I happy this happened? No, I wanted to watch the fun show, but the fun show has now been slowed and more boring by the legal realities. Legal realities are generally not fun to watch. Back me up there, Popog. Legal realities, not fun. Court shows, fun. Donald Trump having his estates being removed by or seized by the government, fun to watch. We would get to watch them stomp in there, and then every news crew in the world would be sitting there watching and pointing all the cameras at it as they steal his golf course. And that would be fun to watch. We'd get a giggle out of it anyway. But the slow, boring, methodical court proceedings, not so much fun to watch. You think Trump is an existential threat to American democracy? Yes, meaning that if he wins, our democracy will cease to exist, because if you agree, you need to check with a psychiatrist. He's going to put people in charge who break the law. Like, even if he is 100% Biden-loving judge who says, I did my judging because I hate me some Trump, all that it does is give Trump an avenue for appeal and maybe a reason to get the judge impeached and removed by New York. But the federal government has no say in the process. Not yet, Popog. Maybe next year they will. So methodical court proceedings are Popog's fetish. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time. You need to get better fetishes? No, I don't. No, don't yuck his yum, Shinzento. Don't yuck his yum. That's his yum, and we support it. So let's see if there's any other things to look at. So yeah, liberal coping. Trump might be too broke for the $175 million, and if that happens, then we'll laugh about it. We'll watch it. Other Trump news. Judge sets Trump's hush money trial for April 15th, rejecting a further delay. Now, this has got some political maneuvering in it as well, because the Dems were politically maneuvering this one, I suspect, maybe. A New York judge scheduled the former President Trump's hush money trial to begin April 15th, enabling his first criminal trial to still take place this spring after a last-minute delay. Trump, who looked to postpone all four of his criminal cases beyond the election, obviously, requested the judge toss his case over new documents recently turned over, or at least sanction Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, and postponed the trial. Judge Juan Merchant rejected all of these requests during a hearing on Monday, ruling in favor of Bragg and refusing to push the trial deeper into the campaign season, setting jury selection for April 15th. So, April 15th, that show's going to start. Different show, wild show. Not quite as wild as this one, but salacious because of the things that it's about. The court finds that the people have complied and continue to comply with their discovery obligations. Let's see. The scheduling hiccup came after the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York turned over more than 100,000 pages of records in recent weeks. The parties have traded blame for why the documents did not come to light earlier. So maybe this guy dropped it at the last minute because he wanted. I know if you don't trust the Dems, you would suggest that they're slowing this one till it's just about right before the election, which I could almost comprehend why they would do so. I think they have in the past pushed things for Trump out of 21, 22, 23 and into 24 so that it would be fresh in the voters' minds, and they would know off the top of their head what is happening, and they would feel bad about it. Let's see. Rather than being on trial on Monday, the parties instead convened to sort out the document kerfuffle. So it's going to be, this is the case, could have been brought 3.5 years ago. This is Trump's lawyers saying, or Trump himself. This case could have been brought 3.5 years ago, and now they're fighting over days because they want to try to do it during the election. This is election interference. That is all election interference. He's not wrong, but he's also shouldn't be surprised. He's been running for president since 2014. Like, even when he won, he didn't stop campaigning even after he won, and he kept talking about the counts, and he put the whole council on voter fraud, which turned up nothing, and then he continued campaigning, and then he kept doing his rallies, and he kept going over and over and over again, and then he hasn't stopped campaigning since like 2014. And even sooner than that. I honestly think he was campaigning for president back when he was fighting about Obama's birth certificate. Tyler, I want to see your face when you check the computer and see Trump won in 24. It wouldn't surprise me if that happens. I think it's a dumbass thing to do, and we will severely suffer as a country, as a nation, as a people, as almost all of us will suffer greatly. move out of the country if Trump is the existential threat. Otherwise, it's BS what you're saying. No, I'm going to sit and watch, and I'm going to come online, and I'm going to look into the camera, and I'm going to tell you what horrible nightmare he's wrought, is what I'll do, until they drag me out of here for the re-education camps, which is a possibility, honestly, kind of. All the important news organizations will get shut down. His jackbooted thugs will stomp in there and destroy CNN and stuff like that, and then I'll still be here streaming until the jackbooted thugs kick in my door and drag me out to the re-education camp. It'll be great. I'll be the smuggest guy in the re-education camp. I'll be waiting in line in my sackcloth, and I'll be like, "Hey, I told you this was coming." I think you'll find the Committee for Voter Fraud Prevention uncovered an amazing deal for the best pillow on the market using code Trump24. Yeah, you're right. That's what they did. Tyler, it would not surprise me if he won. There's a good chance that he will, which is why I'm here telling you that he shouldn't. Don't let him. It would be bad. It would be real bad. So, what other stories did we have to look at tonight? So that was the exciting bit. We all had our Whiplash. I got all excited, ready to watch the show, and then it got delayed and pushed backwards. While we're still on the drama llamas, let's look at this one. Sean Diddy Combs' residence raided by federal agents amid sex trafficking claims. This was linked to me by a friend who said that we should look at it, but I usually don't do drama or celebrity stuff. I just think that this one was interesting because it involved the DHS, not P. Diddy. I know, Puff Daddy. What? No. Let me see. Let me know how the volume is on this. If it's too loud.
On the line right now, Hal Kemper. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you can make light of what we're looking at in terms of Homeland Security making entry into the Holmby Hills mansion of Sean Combs.
Sandra, this is a Homeland Security investigations that appears to be on site. What they're probably looking for is, well, I should say in general, they look at human trafficking and sex trafficking.
Dude, they brought the RV. Look at that thing.
Of that. And of course, there's
look
been
at that monster.
Some rather big
look at the size of that thing.
Stuff that's
almost
place,
as big as a
but
truck
also
in Texas.
The New York case, where the statute of limitations basically had been.
You can actually get that in Texas. That truck right there.
Many years in this case. Part of it was
cost $180,000.
Allegations that he was drugging young women. So that there was, which certainly implies that it was rape that had taken place at some point. But I think what HSI is probably looking at is the interstate aspects of it. If there was any online activity that could have taken place, and that's usually where HSI would have a jurisdictional interest. Homeland Security Investigations being part of the Department of Homeland Security. Looking at the interstate side, mostly online, and whatever took place across state lines. And of course, he travels all over the place. So I'm sure they're looking at him potentially transporting women around the country, and okay. Whether that was.
That's it. I just wanted to see the RV because I looked at that and I was like, dude, look at that piece of hardware. That thing is sexy. What do I got to do to get behind one of those? Get behind the wheel of that? Yeah. Used car salesman in Texas. Transported women are women. I agree. Bog. Tyler, I think you'll find that's my point. Why are you so calm? If it's the end, it's our republic. If Big T wins the election, your fear-mongering isn't going to work, brother. Fear-mongering doesn't mean you have to panic. I'm going to sit right here, and I'll start the stream when the jackbooted thugs kick my door in, and I'll let you watch. Why would I panic over that? Also, I could be wrong. I'm giving you worst case scenario, boss. Worst case scenario, Donald Trump wins, puts a lunatic in charge of the DOJ, and he starts arresting judges that he doesn't like. Worst case scenario. Could it go mediocre and he just puts a bunch of right-wing jackasses in and they don't do anything because it's against the law and then the law wins? Entirely possible. But he's not going to not try that first bit. That's what I'm worried about. He's going to try the authoritarian takeover. And last time it didn't work. Next time it might not work. But I'd rather not let somebody try the authoritarian takeover. So yeah, Puff a monster. Puffy's a monster. Best case, he declares every day National Pancake Day, and IHOP becomes the new governing body of the United States. It's already my health club. It's where I go to for exercise. So this sounds fine. I go to the IHOP for health food. Best case scenario, Republicans, and worst case for you Democrats. Well, right, that's the problem. Why is best case scenario for Republicans an authoritarian takeover? That's bad. I don't want that. I don't want Republicans to have an authoritarian takeover. I don't want the Dems to have an authoritarian takeover. I don't want Joe Biden to run roughshod over the entire Constitution, doing what he wants, breaking the law, even for good things. I don't want him to. That's not going to happen. Well, I hope it doesn't. Trump's promising that it will. Trump is promising those things, Tyler. He's promising to do those things. He's promising it. He said he's going to round up every illegal immigrant, all 12 million of them, put them on a train and send them somewhere else. You know how many people will die that way? Lots and lots of people will die. And that is a bad thing. I don't want that. That's kind of anti-freedom. You know what I mean? So let's look at the next one. What else have we got? Trump promising them to happen is the reason I'm almost certain it's not going to happen. I hope you're right, but why does he promise it? Thomas hits me with this one all the time. Yeah, Waldo, he talks shit all the time just to get elected. Well, vote for the guy who doesn't talk shit. Vote for the guy who doesn't make up authoritarian daydreams all day long. What Tyler imagines when he looks like. It's a little bit of a dictator. It's just a little bit of dictatorship, you know, for fun. It's a silly little bit of dictatorship. Just a little. Nothing to worry about. We're going to stop when it gets scary. That's what he says. I mean, he's going to go full Palpatine. I am the Senate. You know, that's what I'm worried about. He's going to arrest all the senators that disagree with him. Nancy Pelosi's in the Hooskow immediately. She's going straight to the gulag. Nancy Pelosi right to the gulag. You know, just toss her right in there. We'll make up a reason later. The head of the DOJ can invent an investigation and investigate her for eternity, and it'll be fine. That's what I'm worried will happen. Will it happen? I hope not. I hope it doesn't happen, but I think it might. And he's kind of promising to do so. So, what are we on about? We are looking at Puff Daddy. We don't need to see him anymore. And okay, so here, this is proving my point. Click on the right one. Republicans threaten to hold Attorney General Garland in contempt over Biden documents case. So they can't impeach Joe Biden. They can't. They haven't found any crimes. Literally none. They have found 0 high crimes. They have found 0 misdemeanors with Joe Biden. Hunter Biden's done a couple of things that are shady, and he's done some hookahs and some blow, and that's not good. They can't. And they got a improper gun charge on him as well. So that's not Joe Brandon's fault. It's not. He can't. You can't go to jail for the improper gun charge your adult kids have. You can't impeach Joe Brandon over that. Like the dog chasing the car, he'll say, "I am the law," and not know what to do with a dictatorship. This shit's a lot like work, no time for golf. Yeah, exactly. That's also something to worry about. So at the moment, the Republicans threaten to hold Attorney General Garland over contempt in documents case because some of it is redacted. So this is James Comer. He's a piece of shit. He's got this large stack of documents, and some of it is redacted. And this irritates him to no end. He really, really, really wants all of these forms to be unredacted so that he can read them. It's not going to prove anything. He just needs this investigation to go on. This is what I was talking about with the fake investigations. He just needs the investigation for a few more months. He just got to get this investigation all the way into October and November when people start voting. The investigation has to go on, or else he will have looked ridiculous. If the investigation dies, he won't have anything to complain about. The impeach Biden won't happen. It never happened. It's never going to happen. There's no crimes. There's no misdemeanors. There's nothing to complain about. They just need it to seem like he's crooked because their guy is crooked. So they need to sling the mud. They need to point the finger at that other guy and say, no, you're crooked. And he can't do that if the investigation ends. And he can't. So he's grasping at straws for some way to drag this investigation out. The investigation is... At this point, he has documents, and he is suing to have those documents unredacted. It's not going to change anything. there's not going to be anything in there about Hunter Biden. There's not going to be anything in there about Joe Biden. None of that is going to change. He just needs to scream about it so that the people can hear him scream about it, and then scream about how they need this document unredacted, and then he'll get it and he'll complain about something else. What you admire from the Democrats is that they've mastered cherry-pick premises out of context and blow it out of proportion and make a hysteria about it. I think that's why the meltdown is so easy. Boss, James Comer is literally cherry-picking documents, blowing it out of proportion, telling you that they're important, they're not, and being hysterical about it. It's literally what James Comer's doing right now. Literally, I expect at least 60% of Trump's term to be him chanting impeach Joe Brandon and nothing happening. I hope you're right, Popak. That's a medium amount of damage that I would be okay with. We would survive that, Popak. We would. Let's see. So, yeah, KBP, you might have missed the beginning of the stream, but I'm apparently a Twitch affiliate now, and that means I get to have like 5 slots of emotes. So that's slot 1 and 2 there. Then we've got the Drama Llama that KBP made the Drama Llama and the Pikachu. So we've got the Drama Llamas. I'm gonna work on getting them to bounce around the screen because they only bounce around on Kick Chat, and that's very sad. You know, Drama Llama bounces. Look, that's only on Kick right now. I'm going to have to change the settings up a little bit. And Emo Waldo. There he is. Emo Waldo. Very fun. Need more bouncing. Yeah, I agree. I'm on board. I'm with you, Popog. I want more bouncing. I need more bouncing, okay? More bouncing. And the fact that it's not working makes me sad. So I'll have to try and work that out before Wednesday. So hopefully Wednesday I have that up and running. So yeah, see, if you put them on the... yeah. It's turned on, too. That's the thing that's bugging me. It's turned on the app. I went to the app, I clicked on the button, I looked at the Twitch, and there's one of those little computer buttons, the little computer clitoris, you know, the one with that moves left and right. And I moved it to it was already on the on section, then I turned it off and I turned it back on just in case, because it is a computer. And it didn't work, and it's still there. So, sad, very sad, but also a happy day. Good stuff. I get to be a Twitch affiliate now, apparently, and hopefully I can take over for all the YouTubers that are quitting. With so much bouncing that I confuse what shows late night TV commercial for a mail-in order VHS tape. Yeah, good call. So let's see if there's any more headlines tonight. Yeah, this is not going to go anywhere. Even if Mr. Jimmy Comer got what he wanted, he would just complain about a different thing and drag the investigation on for eternity, and nothing would ever happen. And he'll never, I'm telling you. Tyler, are you listening? They will never impeach Joe Biden. They won't even vote for it. Never going to happen. That's my prediction to you. Poland demands explanation from Russia about a missile entering its airspace during attack on Ukraine. So, not good, not fun. Poland demanded an explanation from Russia on Sunday after one of its missiles strayed briefly into Polish airspace during a major missile attack on Ukraine, prompting a NATO member to activate F-16 fighter jets. So this could go really wrong really fast. Sure wish we weren't doing this anymore. It was Russia's third big missile attack in Ukraine for the past 4 days, and the second to target the capital of Kiev. The governor said that it hit critical infrastructure, but he didn't specify what precisely was struck. No deaths or injuries were reported, so they're shooting missiles. Honestly, I'm surprised they're not just shelling. Usually that's the Russian way, is to just shell all day and ignore the casualties. Let's see. Armed Forces Operational Command in Poland, a member of NATO, said in a statement that there was a violation of Polish airspace at 4:23 a.m. by a cruise missile launched by Russia against towns in western Ukraine. The object entered near Osurdow, a village in an agricultural region near the border with Ukraine. It stayed in Polish airspace for 39 seconds. It's not very much, but at the same time, this could lead to dangerous things. The Russians' way was to shill all day. Well, they do both. They shill all day online, then in the meat space they shell all day, and they just keep going forever and ever. Oops, Putin the missiles. So yeah, it could heat up. It could get worse. They could one of those missiles just has to swerve off target a little bit, land in Poland, then all of a sudden we're all in war with Russia. Not that we aren't already, but it will escalate, and that will be bad, and we'll all have a bad time. and nobody will have a good time. That will be a bad time. So if you want less war, don't support Russia. I don't know. Russia, please stop bombing innocent people. Stop stealing land. I know, I'm so brave for saying it. And last thing I've got tonight before we play video games, I suppose. Florida man signs a bill that bans children under 14 from having social media accounts. What? I don't know. Do kids need social media accounts? Kinda not. I could understand why they wouldn't. You wouldn't want them to. But what does he consider a social media account? Does he consider Discord social media? Because if he's considering Discord, you're going to have a bad time. There's a lot of 12-year-olds who are just going to absolutely fight against you. Rhonda, listen to me, Rhonda Santis. They're going to have a bad time with this one. The bill is expected to face legal challenges. Everything Ron DeSantis does faces legal challenges because he doesn't care what the law is. He just says a cool thing that he thinks his base will like, and then he tries to make it happen. And then it doesn't, because he doesn't know what the law is. He doesn't know where it comes from. He doesn't know how they get it. He's just very upset that all these legal challenges keep popping up. Yeah, it's already in the terms of service for the major ones. But here's the problem, KBP. Here's what's going to happen. The state of Florida is going to go looking for a 12-year-old on one of those services and then find them and sue them. That's what they're going to do. They're going to be looking for bad guys. They're going to be looking for 12-year-olds so that they can... Ron DeSantis and his government are going to be looking for 12-year-olds. I don't apologize for saying so. And arrest all the 12-year-olds? No, they're going to arrest all the people running those companies. Discord probably qualifies as the same definition as the other social media bill. Okay, well, there you go. So a lot of 12-year-olds are going to be very unhappy. A lot of big Roblox fans are going to have a bad time with this. Signed a bill on Monday that will prohibit children younger than 14 from joining social media in the state. Those who are 14 or 15 will need a parent's consent before they can join a platform. Parents' consent. Again, how are you going to litigate this? How are you going to put this into practice? I don't think you can, Ron. I don't think you can. Would a COD lobby be considered social media? Kind of. I mean, have you ever tried to log into a Ubisoft game? Good Lord, they have their own launcher, they have their own media, they have their own email service, they have their own servers, they have all of these things. And I would assume Blizzard is exactly the same way. Blizzard's launcher for Call of Duty, for World of Warcraft, has forums and message boards and things that you can do on your phone. I can do my, you could do, what's the word? Your auction house stuff from your phone. So... Cause where I met your mother. That's true. So those things are going to be out as well. And how are you going to enforce this? Let's see if maybe they talked about it. Maybe I'm getting too excited over a thing that this story is going to tell me. Bill HB3 also directs social media companies to delete the existing accounts of those who are under 14. I don't think there are any because they have to be above a certain age before they can create one. Companies that fail to do so could be sued on behalf of a child who creates an account on the platform. The minor could be awarded up to $10,000 in damages, according to the bill. This is the plan. Companies found to be in violation of the law would also be liable for up to $50,000 per violation, as well as the attorney fees and the court costs. This is going to start so many junk lawsuits. So many junk lawsuits. That grifter parents are going to start up these things. They're going to sue the things so they can get that money. The companies are not going to want anything to do with this, so they're going to pull it out. They're going to pull it out, giggity. They're going to abandon the state of Florida, which means the people in Florida will have bad schools, no information, bad internet, and won't know what's happening outside of their own little penis-shaped peninsula. And they're going to be undereducated, underexplained. They're not going to know what's happening within reality. They're going to leave Florida if they're allowed to. I don't think they should. We should build a wall around Florida. It's very small, so much smaller than the Mexico wall would be. We build a wall and don't let them out. But that's grug brain. I shouldn't do that. We should find the people who want out, get them out, save them, and give them some sort of remedial training and remedial class on what the actual world is and what the actual country is and how and then we'll have to re-educate them because Florida did such a bad job. remedial classes in college for any kid from Florida. That's going to come across. That's going to be on a part of college from now on. All colleges are going to have to say, anyone who grew up in Florida, please report to room 702 right now for your Florida remediation class, so they can straighten you out and let you know what's real, what's actual, what actually happened, and rather than your imaginary Florida education that's probably just a Bible. Emo Waldo. 50,000 seems like a silly number of these Floridian kids. Are you saying they're not worth $50,000, KVP? I might be on board with you there, boss. Actually, the bill has a bunch of interesting outs. If you make an account for minors and have Nintendo style, hey, it's time to take a break, you get out of being classified as social media and punished by this law. Okay, so they're just loopholes. They'll just put a bunch of loopholes in each one of them. That'll be great. Yeah, I'm going to keep reading too. Let's see. Is there anything else interesting? Ultimately, we're trying to help parents navigate this very difficult terrain that we have now with raising kids, and so I appreciate the work that's been put in. DeSantis said in his remarks during the bill signing ceremony. DeSantis previously vetoed a more restrictive version of the bill that would have banned social media accounts for kids under 16. That bill also required Florida residents to submit an ID or other identifying materials in order to join. HB 3 slated to take effect in January 25. Okay, so it's a little while from now. Comes as efforts to, well, that's less than a year. In December, 2,000 organizations. January, lawmakers grilled CEOs from TikTok, X, formerly Twitter, and Meta about online child safety. The tech executives reaffirmed their commitment to child safety and pointed to various tools they offer as examples on how they are proactive about preventing exploitation online. But the lawmakers don't understand those things. They don't get it. House Florida Speaker Paul Renner, this is going to be great, I'm sure, and other advocates of the new law argue the social media use can harm children's mental health and can lead to sexual predators communicating with minors. So does the Catholic Church. Will you still let them be around? None of us can afford to be on the sidelines when it comes to social media. Boss, just control your kids a little bit better. This is how we get them into some kind of Black Mirror indentured servitude, yeah. Got bad news, the executives also don't understand any of these things. Yeah, the executives, well, I would say the executives probably understand it better than the law enforcement. I mean, I would assume that an executive at Facebook is smarter about Facebook than a Florida state senator. That's my guess. If I had to take somebody's opinion on Facebook, yes, the Facebook guy is going to lean heavily on him making more money. I get it. But the Florida state senator is going to lean heavily on what gets him the boomer vote, honestly. And that's being anti-TikTok. The kids use it. It must be the devil. Get rid of it. And then vote for me. Boomers, listen. Boomers, listen. Boomers, you're out there. I know you are. You can't type in chat because you don't know how to type. It's fine. Vote for me. Some sort of meetings with the executives of social media companies. I bet you can trap all of them in a room, execs and senators, in a single paper bag. Maybe they're all the same. Are you thinking of above individual manager within the corporate structure? They just daycare for adults. I've heard some corporate people discuss that people higher up. They're just rich, dumb people who don't know what's going on. They just like to have meetings, and they schedule all the meetings, and they talk important things at the meetings, and then nothing ever happens. So it's like daycare for adults. I could see that. All right, what else we got? I think that's it for the news. So, if you're watching, if you're paying attention, if you have links to share, you can do so at the Discord right there. Go to that Discord. You can go in there, share stories, tell us what to talk about. I'll take a look at it. If it's something good, I'll save it for Saturday, and Thomas can take a look at it as well. We'll get to Thomas's opinion on Saturdays generally. That's kind of the vibe of the streams. So Mondays and Wednesdays, I tend to fly through the headlines, try and get some clickbait. Then we play some video games. And on Saturday, we go a little bit more in depth. I talk to my conservative friend Thomas, and he tells us how the conservatives feel about it. As he is one. I can't cure him of it. I've tried, but it's okay. Well, let's do a video game. I have everything. I have all of the achievements on Vampire Survivor. Yeah, Saturday stream. Yeah, KVP, for sure. Do love some Saturday stream. So, what else do we have? We have Nightingale. haven't played this one on stream yet. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to turn the Lady Canooch back on. We will hear her voice momentarily. If you are interested, hit
But
us
do
with
you
your...
have all of the achievements on Supermarket Simulator?
No, not Supermarket Simulator. I don't know about that
Canooch.
one. What up, Canooch? I don't have Supermarket Simulator. I'm sorry. I've heard about it. Are you working there or are you shopping there? Or both, I suppose. People who work at the supermarket also have to eat food from the supermarket. I suppose that would track. I think I was looking at one that was it was another simulator. What was the other one that I heard about today? Real estate simulator. That one sounds like a damn nightmare. You have to become a real estate agent, and you have to pick out land. I would assume. I don't know nothing about this game, but follow me. You and me chat right now. We're inventing real estate simulator. What does it have in it? What kind of?
You should drop the political stream gig and go all weed shop sim channel.
Random want
you
to buy
have random want to buy a house and then back out at the last second after you finish all the paperwork.
Yeah, that would be. You would do that.
But wouldn't it be fake estate then, not real estate?
No, that's fake real estate. That's true. And that's why it's a simulator. It has the word simulation right in it. So, real estate simulator. Fake real estate. You have to pick out the right area, and then you have to deal with a crooked surveyor who wants a bribe, and then you have to bribe the surveyor to come out, and then he's going to give you the name of his friend who can do the landscape for you, and then they're going to charge you too much, and then they're going to be behind schedule, and then I'm thinking, what happens after that? You have to find a construction company, and the construction companies all have their ups and downs, and you have to pick the right one, and then they're all going to be 6 months behind schedule because of course they are. They're construction companies, right? And
you have to decorate to hide the crack foundations in serious faults.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's going to happen for sure. Why isn't this game running? Run, game, run. You could do it. I believe in you. I think I've overtaxed my computer. Maybe. But then, yeah. So what else for real estate simulator? You're going to have to... Yeah, once the construction starts, you're going to have to pay somebody to come paint it. And then HOA Karen is going to come and hassle you and tell you can't paint it that color. And you're going to have to argue with her. And she's going to be like, no. It's HOA rules. You can't paint it that color. And then
do night watches so crackheads don't steal your copper pipes.
There you go. That's good too. Then the HOA Karen is going to give you literally actual PDF of 97 pages of HOA rules. Okay, and I'm not kidding. I'm not like, hey, it's a page, here it's a page, it's a page, like a book in Skyrim. No. I'm talking 97 full pages. And if you screw any of that up, you can download the PDF. You can Control F to search through it and stuff like that. And then if you screw it up, she comes back to you and gives you grief and be like, hey, you can't do this and you can't do that. Blah, blah, blah. You can't paint it that color. You can't have grass this long. That's the wrong kind of grass. That's the wrong breed of grass.
There's an in-game test that checks to see if you actually read the document.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is going to be the most hateful game ever. And I think it would be funny to watch people just miserably move through it. This game is
Check out
not
Waldo's
launching.
videos https://www.youtubecom at Waldo videos. People will love to hate it.
Okay, I'm hitting the cancel button. This game just will not launch. Alright. Okay. Jeez. Alright, we'll do Vampire Survivor. No, we'll do
HOAs make me
Death
like
Must
the
Die.
federal government. If your wall ever gives you trouble, just remind them you are allowed to build a 40-foot tall steel ham radio tower and they're not allowed to stop you.
That's true.
Have you tried downloading more RAM?
I should download some more RAM. Have you got a good link for it, KBP? Because I would download some more RAM.
Have you tried ramming more downloads?
Giggity, yes. That sounds like a good time as well. Come on, Death Must Die. Go. Why aren't
Everyone knows download more RAM.com.
Downloadmoreram.com. Okay. I'll go there. I'll give it a shot. See how it looks. Go. Ready, go. Go, computer, go. You can do it. Oh, it moved. Okay, it moved. It's kind of like my wife. I stare at her for hours waiting for her to move. Right, so going to hit the Alt Tab so that I can move over here. Gonna hit that button. Gonna go to the come on, webcap screen. I'm gonna turn off that. I'm gonna turn on game capture. Go there. Click on that. So you should pop up on the screen. Go.
The magic of a multi-monitor command center.
Yeah, it's not. There it is. Thank you. All right, why is it so big? It's too big. I'm gonna scrunch it down a little bit. Put it right there. Yeah. All right. That is there.
That's what she said.
And when we click on it, and everything is still up, and I hit the play button, and it's running. All right, we got a video game going, guys. I'm not an idiot. I mean, I am an idiot, but do we want a really good run or a bad one? Enemy projectiles are 35% faster. What could possibly go wrong? Bosses have 0 damage, plus 30% damage. What if we max it out?
Great stream tonight. Thank you, Waldo. I am out.
Thanks, KVP. Appreciate you coming. Yeah, let's go full superpower. What could possibly go wrong, right? I don't even like the barbarian all that much, but we're gonna try. Let's check my bags. I can put that in the thing. And those are Garbo.
I tried to download more RAM from a less reputable site, and for porn pop-ups, not upset about the porn, it was just awkward at work.
Right. Yeah, you have to put those in the right place. What do we got? We got journal 3 of 7. So we go right here. So that's 4. That's 6. Okay. I don't know what those are for, or if they're important yet. But we're gonna spin to win with the barbarian. So if you're watching the chat, hop in, give us your political hot take, and we will talk about it, feel it all out. What is this? Orb. Spinning and winning with an orc barbarian. I need something with range. Come on, time. Give me something with range. Not that. Warp strike. Enemies you hit shoot out experience shards behind them. I think I can pull off another one where the shards actually hurt people. So that's a good one to start off with. So I get more XP, which means more level ups. Skeletons.
Time's hourglass is the center of their power, yet they handed it to you.
Wings, protection, purification. Restore more life from heals. Now we'll do armor. As the barbarian gets hit.
Reading more Florida law. The bill requires the companies to be reckless or have actually knowledge of the underageitude.
Right. Okay. So you can't. So they have to be reckless or actual knowledge of the underage. Well, they can't have that knowledge because the people are lying to them. The kids are lying to them, obviously. Chain lightning, best skill in the game.
Bill seems fine overall, just a hey companies stop advertising addicting apps to minors.
I can't catch him. He's too fast.
Might be something icing, but that's my overall read.
Well, I think it's got that chilling effect. That's what they call it in the news, I think. If the company thinks that someone is going to sue them for $10,000 per kid, and the government's going to charge you $50,000 per kid, you're not going to do business in that state.
Check out Waldo's videos, https://www.youtubecom at Waldo Videos.
And I honestly think that's their plan. They don't want social media for their people. If Rhonda DeSantis could get away with doing that for all the way up to 18 years old, he would. But I don't think he can pull it off, so he's pushing what he can. If he could do it for 25-year-olds, all the way up to 25, he would. Wouldn't it? I know it's not a hot position within the Republican Party, but what's his name? Vivek the Fake was pushing for you have to be 25 to vote. It's not an accident. Because the young people don't appreciate Republicans, generally. There's a couple of weirdos who do, but we don't talk to them. Ooh, red one's gem high. Whenever take an experience shard, moving attack speed. Yes, I like gem high. It's red.
I am guessing this is driven by advocacy groups pulling from some of the social media US age self-Minecrafting studies of the last 510 years.
510. Yes, you're right. Slime time! Lightning orbs, red. Very nice. I don't think I'm gonna survive slime time.
Did you cover the resolution of the Parent Rights in Education Act?
The resolution? Was there a resolution that I hadn't heard about? I mean, I'd heard about it. I'd heard all about it when it was new and sexy and exciting.
Yes, the lawsuit was settled.
Ah! Did we win?
So both sides can claim a win.
Oh, good. I love it when everybody comes together. 13% attack speed or dashes become longer. Let's do attack speed. I'm stuck on a wall. Survived slime time. I didn't realize it had been resolved, so I will look into that probably tomorrow. See if there's anything to be noticed about it. Lightning orbs level up. Gravity, speeds, spell speeds, and cooldowns are faster. After there's a certain distance, lightning bolts. Ooh, blue lightning bolts is pretty good. Armor, attack damage. Let's do attack damage. That's most of my work here.
Basically, the bill is constrained to be enforced as the actual text and not the "I can't ever mention my husband" interpretation that the left was afraid of.
Okay, well that's good. They're still gonna do it? I mean, yeah, I can't ever mention my husband interpretation was the one we were worried about, for sure. So it doesn't do anything then. Like, if you just do by the actual text, it doesn't get the Republicans what they want, which is to chase all the gay people out of the state. I don't know. I'll look into it, and I'll maybe I'm being crazy. Attacks it in a wider area. That's nice.
It does prohibit classroom instruction and lesson plans on LGBT topics for ages whatever I forget.
Okay. Which I don't think was happening anyway. I don't think it was happening. It's hard to tell anymore, since you try and look these things up and what you get is extremism on each side. Regenerate life, yes. Alright, boss time. Here we go. I get all up on their grill. Well, that didn't work well. Yeah, we're gonna die. Yep, we're dead. Well, we turned it all the way up. We got all the way to the first boss. That's not too bad. Continue. I didn't get any.
It probably did happen in some of the more left-wing cities. Therium historical examples of lessons doing activities for Pride Month in a middle school or something.
And that's fine with me, because I trust the educators to do that properly more than I trust the state senator. I didn't get shit for equipment on that one. It's the reason you turn it all the way up, so you can get better equipment, right? Alright, let's swap to somebody good, like the magician. What does she need? If they were doing historical examples of lessons and doing activities for Pride Month in middle school, that's fine, because I trust the teachers to do a good job of that. Defeat the Baron with Averon. Wait, no, this is not him. This is her. What does she got? She needs get 8 different auto-cast blessings with Maris. Okay. Defeat the chatty skeleton 33 times. I'm at 32 or something like that. Okay. And sign of the summoner unlock. Get 40 summons. Alright. So chatty skeleton and summons. That's what we're going to go for. We're going to leave all the difficulties up. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Why so much garbage?
You mortals have such a spark in you.
Ooh, purple right off the bat. Attacks become stronger and resolve cursed statuses immediately. Kind of nice. Kill an enemy, there's a chance to spawns a weak experience shard or ravens, purple ravens. I'm going to take the deadly strike, your tax, because my main fireball.
The beauty of 50 states is 50 different attempts. Diversity is grand, and the freedom to try to improve is the freedom to try and make things worse. What with your trash being my treasure and all.
I hope so, but I don't think that's why they're doing it. They're not. I don't think Florida Republicans are doing it to make the place better. I think they're doing it in a vain attempt to control and roll everything backwards because they don't like the way things are going, and they're going to take away.
I think they honestly think it will make it better.
Do they think that? No, I think they're just building walls. They're trying to hide from the future. They're trying to hide from the scary, nightmare, dangerous tomorrow. They're trying to hide from tomorrow, and they're harming people in doing so. If they were just pushing a different tax structure or a different way to organize their communities, I might be okay with it. But I think they're actually like trying really hard to limit certain people's rights because they don't want those people. They don't like those people. They want those people to not be there any longer.
Their harm is my benefit. Everybody will hate to live there in their crippled economy and love to live in my state with my cool freedoms and money.
Maybe, but what about the people who are too poor to leave, you know? What about the poor kid that doesn't get to go anywhere else? What about the kid who's born next year and grows up under these laws and under these rules and never gets educated and never knows what the real world is? Alright, we got the chatty skeleton one. Luckier or ravens? Yeah, ravens. Because they can spread the curse, and then I can kill the curse with my curse bombs. Hey, there's finally a piece of equipment. Fortune, sprinter, vigor. Life is increased. Dash becomes 12% longer. Life.
But as Thomas said, that kid should have voted for someone different.
That kid's born in the yeah. Thought you were Popog. Yeah, that kid.
I don't really buy the too poor to leave thing. Guatemalans are a million times poorer than the poorest Floridian, and they literally drag themselves through a desert. Your ass can beg on the corner in.
Well, I don't want them to have to beg on the corner. That's not a life. That's a life of poverty. They still don't get an education or freedom when they live on the corner begging for scraps. That's also not a good life. I'd like for them to have lives. Or at least a chance to one. And if they want to throw
Keep
it away...
saying 456M, 456M, eat this lib.
Well, I've moved on from that, Tyler. Where have you been for the hour? I moved on to 17 other subjects. Give us some political hot takes, boss. You're our main conservative for the night. since I'm a leftist, Popog is a lawyer. You can't trust them. And Shinsinto is a Peronist.
Yeah, they have a chance that chances go earn $50 and take a bus out of there to a left-wing city. He chuffed off cause you didn't cry lib tears.
Oh yeah, that's a chance. That's slightly better. Popog, I suppose. They can make $50 and then take a bus to a left-wing city. Hopefully they can do that. And it doesn't make it right, what they're doing there. So does the entire state of Florida have the freedom to fail?
Appeals court slashes Trump civil fraud bond to $175 M.
Yeah, we covered that. You were here, Tyler. I remember you. You were here. We discussed it. Welcome to 2 hours ago. Spell damage is increased. That's good. And I discussed it. It's
The bond, just the bond, not the total owed.
yeah.
Soon I actually can call myself a lawyer because WA eliminated the bar.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
you were moaning about the 456 million, bud.
I just got my first subscriber, you guys. Ponathan1, guess what? You're the very first subscriber to this channel. Good job, buddy. I'm going to give you a special little thing behind your name later, because you get to be first. I was moaning about the 456. Well, Tyler, you're just going to have to go back and watch the whole stream again. You should do that immediately. As soon as it's over, you go back and watch it. And just so you know, just in case you didn't know, Tyler, since you're new here, I hide secret Illuminati symbols all throughout the background here. So if you don't see them right now, go watch the video again.
Waldo here trying to boost his view count.
Nah, shut up. Go back, watch the thing again. Look for the secret Illuminati symbols, and if you still don't see it after a second time, watch it on the YouTube, because we can do that too. You can watch it on the YouTube. Let me bring up the YouTube link.
YouTube. https www.youtubecom at Waldo videos. Oh, so you're one of those Satanist Al Sudang.
So yeah, you have to watch. If you don't see it on the live stream, go to the YouTube page, watch it, and look for the secret Illuminati symbols. If you don't see it after that, what you do is you forward it to your best friend, tell them there's secret Illuminati symbols hiding in there somewhere, and have them watch it as well. Okay? After that, if you still don't find them, let me know, and I'll give you some hints. I'll give you some hints in the Discord.
Discord. https Discord GG Beignet Tridix 8. No, I don't do witchcraft.
You don't do witchcraft. Well,
and
no,
to watch it at 5 speed.
At 0.5 speed. Yeah. That'll help. Because, yeah, you need to really slow it down and see every single frame, or else you're going to miss the secret pop scares of the Illuminati eyeball. Yeah. But no, the money thing, yeah, the 450 thing, it's much less exciting than what we were going to get. I wanted to watch
a full glass of soda in your mouth.
I wanted to watch the fun show where they steal all his golf courses. That would be a fun thing to watch, but that didn't happen. So the law is often much more boring than that. So we got the boring, more real-world version.
These
of the
Illuminati symbols are sponsored by Reynolds Wrap. The stronger, the better.
That's true. There's the Illuminati symbols are sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. So, did you know that you can get 57 free pulls if you type in the word, then type in the code word "I'm a putz"? It's true. Chains of War are purple, or shurikens, or bloodlust.
Law is boring when you're getting your beat by common sense SCOTUS rulings.
The SCOTUS didn't make that ruling today, Tyler. The New York Appellate Court did, which you screamed about it being crooked, I'm sure.
At Waldo, you got sponsors now. Took 1 day to sell out.
It's true. They're crooked every time you disagree with them, Tyler, and they're great and awesome and based every time you do agree with them. You think maybe you should look into that, perhaps? Maybe, just maybe. You're biased.
Oh, so Roe didn't got overturned now, huh?
Well, we weren't talking about Roe. When did you switch subjects on me? You moved very fast. Did Roe get overturned? Yes. But Popog won't let me call it Roe. Okay? It was called Casey. Take it up with Popog. Evasion has increased her life again. Jeez, I don't like any of these. Reroll. Something better. Give me something
Roe
better.
wa ove turned like 30 years ago.
See? Tyler? You're all over the fucking roads. See?
Okay, so a common sense SCOTUS ruling. L.
No, I don't think that was common sense.
Can't argue if you're confused and can't stay on my topic.
I know, right? He jumps topics so fast I can't keep up with him, and I'm the idiot. I don't think it was common sense. I don't think it was common sense. I think it was a bad idea. I think it is causing chaos right now, boss. Chaos. Tyler, they're having chaos in every state because we now have 50 different laws, and nobody knows what they are anymore.
Already switched topics.
Because Casey got overturned, Roe 30 years ago. Alabama passed that anti-IVF thing. It was an Alabama Republican who said no IVF. Then, 5 seconds after the State of the Union, the crazy lady in a green shirt said, we totally support IVF.
Still Roe brother.
They don't know. No, it's not. Roe was overturned 30 years ago, and so Casey got overturned a month ago. We still call it Roe just out of bad habit because the only people who know the difference are law nerds like Popog. So you have a law nerd in the room. Shh, Tyler, listen.
Triggered.
There's a law nerd in the room with us right now.
Fucking law nerds.
There's a law nerd in the chat with us right now. You got to be careful. If you say the wrong thing, he'll let you know. How am I triggered? Boss, you're the one screaming at me in chat. I'm telling you it's a dumbass idea that will have to be undumbassified later by a liberal who isn't a wiener like Joe Biden. An actual leftist will make it better. But Joe Biden's not a leftist, and you don't even comprehend what I'm telling you right now. He's mediocre Dem. At best.
But how can I feel righteous if I can't say you're triggered?
I know, right? Damn it, I'm dead again. Alright. Yeah, I've got to turn the heat down a little bit.
If you say the wrong thing, he'll send you a cease and desist letter, which, as people may or may not know, is just an ordinary letter that says please stop.
Right. Popog will send cease and desist messages in chat.
You rather choose a mediocre Dem than a good Republican.
You point to a good Republican, Tyler. There aren't any. 7 heat.
Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney is not a good Republican. He's a, what's it called?
There might be some dead ones. There aren't any good Democrats neither.
They're all mediocre. There are left-leaning Democrats like Bernie, like AOC, like everybody on the Justice Dems and everybody on the squad. Those would be great. I would much rather one of them be in charge than the mediocre milquetoast Joe Biden. I have a very simple system, Tyler. During the primary, I vote for the person furthest to the left. Then during the general, I vote for the person furthest to the left. Primaries are already over, so we're on to the general rule. Biden, even though he is conservative and mediocre, middle of the road, centrist, honestly, he's a better choice. He's further to the left than the hard right-wing Trump.
I would take a Romney Mansion ticket so fast. Bernie has proclaimed himself a socialist. With that, he lost half the country. Heal the country.
Heal the country. You think Romney Mansion? Would I vote for a Romney Mansion before Trump and whatever lunatic howler monkey he chooses for his vice president? Yes, I would. Would I? If we make a tier list, Romney is above Trump for me. He really is. Is he below Biden? Yes, because he's not as far left as Biden. So it means a very simple test. We're going to re-roll. Give me something good. Give me something good. Give me something good. There we go. Much better. Deadly strike. Projectile count +1. Projectile pierce. No, I don't like that. That one did not do me so well last time. Sickles.
Yes, below Biden. OMG, you just said he's mediocre.
Yes. Biden is mediocre. What do you think the word mediocre means? It means middle of the road, which means there's a lot of things above it and a lot of things below it. Do you know what the word mediocre means? Deadly Strike, get out of here. Nobody wants Deadly Strike. Lifelink.
Trash.
Ravens. Take blue ravens. That's not what mediocre means. Mediocre does not mean trash. It means middle of the road. A plain ham sandwich is mediocre because it's not good, it's not great, it's kind of middle of the road. It's a 5 out of 10. That's mediocre. But if you're internet poisoned, there's only 2 choices, 1s and 10s. You know?
Are you one of those Palestinians lunatics?
One of those Palestinians lunatics? What do you mean? Please stop murdering all the Palestinians? Yes, please stop murdering them all.
I think you'll find that mediocre means half height.
Your attacks become stronger and apply weakened. Ooh. Projectile pierce, damage, area, range. Okay, let's do that one. I don't think I've ever chosen that one. Oh, look at that. That's not bad. That's not bad. Shiny golden light.
Some people might even say halfway up a mountain. Oh, okay, not gonna happen, and Biden, Trump, the whole Congress will keep funding our ally Israel.
Yes, they will. Which is why I considered...
When change time to change to a random topic.
I know, right?
Coming from Mediasocris.
Mediasocris? Have you gone Latin on us? See, it's these law nerds. You can't trust them. They'll just quote Latin at you out of nowhere. When change time for change random topic. Yes, he's getting all the stuff out. This is good. No, he's a new viewer and he should find out where we sit on all the things. Totally cool. Let's see. Yes, Biden and Trump and the whole Congress will keep funding Israel. Yes, and Israel will keep using.
So leftists, if you don't like it, here go to Venezuela. That's Greek, motherfucker.
Oh, is that Greek?
Pop-Hog's Latin Corner.
Pop-Hog's Latin Corner. That's Greek. All right. Well, it's all Greek to me. I don't know the difference between Greek and Latin. Seem the same to me. It's all not American, all right? I don't care if you're from Greece or Latin America.
Hello, friend. How are you?
Jesus, save 777. I'm doing good. How are you? Give us a hot political take. Your name already is kind of one, but give us another one. We're in here debating the politics.
I am good.
Or don't feel pressured. They told me that on the YouTubes on how to be a good streamer. They said don't pressure new chatters into telling you things. But I'm not a very good streamer, so
under pressure.
Yeah, don't put them under pressure. What do we got? We got Path of Frost, Wintertide, spell area is increased. I kind of like that. Bigger fireballs.
He triggered our entire country as supporting our ally Israel fight terrorists.
Trigger our entire country is supporting our ally Israel fight terrorists. You know, Israel is using the weapons that we gave them to kill innocent civilians, right? I would like us to not do that. Can we please not do that?
Nope, lie.
Nope.
Hey.
Lie? No. Well, I don't know what planet you're living on, Tyler, but that's what's happening.
I am just trying to start a betting pool on what the next topic will be.
Put me down for $1 for Transis. But I said it, so I just ruined the entire betting pool. You're right.
Like cause I said it was. COVID.
Dive, Wintertide, or Path.
It's not a lie. Israel is killing civilians. There's no avoiding that fact.
Okay.
Are you a commie?
Am I a commie? No. I would support a market socialist system, but not a communist one.
Socialist.
That's the difference. A market socialist, not full socialism, but take the small steps.
Check out Waldo's videos, https://www.youtubecom at Waldo videos.
Take small steps towards removing certain things that are necessary for life from the market economy.
So capitalism bad?
Capitalism can be used in a way that is very harmful to the people. Is it bad?
Yeah, it's a question of if Israel is either targeting civilians or if they're not regarding them sufficiently when attacking military targets.
There was a video just the other day from a drone that just shot and killed 4 dudes walking down the street. No weapons, no nothing, no threats. They were just walking down the street, and they just got murked. I can't show it on
Jesus,
stream.
we're already off the same topic.
I know. Capitalism bad. We were both wrong, Popog. You said
So crony
COVID.
capitalism no and free market no also.
Yeah, you said
The
COVID.
what Israel
I said,
dehumanizes Palestinians, I am sure they don't care.
the one Israel dehumanizes Palestinians. I'm sure they don't care. The
Wait.
Israelis don't care. No, I don't think the way Israel dehumanizes Palestinians, they don't care about murking them. Yeah, I agree. I think that we gave them weapons. They're killing the ethnicity that they hate, and they're stealing their land. That's what's happening. This year...
We'll link a commentary on that video you're talking about in the Discord.
Yeah, I can find it. Yeah, I'll find it. I'll do that tonight. I'll put it in there. But it's just 4 dudes walking down the street.
So misguided, wow.
What, to kill 4 innocent people with a drone for no good reason? They were literally just walking down the street. They weren't doing anything. They didn't have guns. They didn't have weapons. They weren't rabble-rousing. They just got
I saw that
bombed.
video, it's awful.
Jesus saved, saw it. See? And they just got murked for no reason. They weren't doing anything suspicious.
Keep yapping the propaganda.
But you're the propaganda. No, you. They just got murked for no good reason. And Israel is going to steal more land and then kill more people and steal more land until they stop, and then do it again 10, 15, 20 years from now. They're just going to keep doing it until there are no more Palestinians.
I did too saw a video of an IDF soldier harassing a child in a grocery store.
Yeah, there's a lot of those, but also they're very hard to fact check because a lot of the stuff is
So
being
imagine
put out.
that those people are unarmed soldiers off duty. How do you feel about that video now?
If they were unarmed soldiers off duty, they were struck by a
How are they stealing? Israel was already a thing way before Palestine was created, bud.
Tyler, you can't be serious. You, boss, you walked into a battle of wits unarmed, sir. Why would you do that? How are they stealing? Israel was already a thing before
Lite,
Palestine.
one of them is an officer.
Popog,
Read the
since
Bible.
Oh, great.
And the other 3 are grunts.
Popog, there's no evidence to suggest that. Tyler,
But all
there
are
is no
unarmed.
such thing as the Bible. It's a nice fictional story, but I'm not going to take any lessons from it. But all are unarmed. If that were the case, and they knew exactly who these people were, I would want them to really prove that these people who were not doing anything illegal, not doing anything, were absolutely Hamas soldiers and stuff like that, and that they were on the list, and we would have all this intel about who they are and where they are and stuff like that beforehand. But I don't think they have any of that. And even if they did, I wouldn't really trust it, because I don't trust them. The Israeli military makes things up a lot to get this genocide off the ground. They push these things. I think the obvious what's the word, open air prison that they had set up ahead of time, that they already had set up, is proof enough that they will do anything to harm these people. Whites, come on, give me something blue.
Okay, devil worshipper, cuz if you don't worship God, you worship Satan. Sorry to break it.
Tyler, listen, boss, there is no Satan. There's no such thing. It's not real. It's imaginary. You know it and I know it.
Okay, assume it's true because a genie told you it's true. How would you convince another Waldo of the truth of that video?
I probably couldn't convince another Waldo of the truth of that video.
There is plenty of evidence to support the Bible is historically accurate.
No, there's not enough for me. You attack faster. That's good. People don't walk on water. Ever. Never have, never will. Seas don't part. Pillars of flame don't exist. People don't turn into pillars of salt.
Israel was created WAYYY before Palestine. Prove me wrong.
No, it wasn't. Palestine...
You have to be held to the
there
same
was a
standards
place.
as my religion.
There was a place that existed.
As I said, do.
Tyler, listen. There was a place that existed. People lived there. American guns, British soldiers, and Jewish survivors from the Holocaust went there and took that land from them and called it Israel.
So then that video should impact your reasoning as per our Lord God Bay's law.
Lord God Bay's law. What are you on about, Popog? If I don't know that they aren't, if I can't prove the negative, Popog, then I can't say that it was probably a bad idea. if I can't prove they weren't bad guys, then it's okay to kill them.
No, if nothing would convince you otherwise about the video.
I just said that something would convince me. The good, solid evidence from a trustworthy source. Guess who's not a trustworthy source? The Israeli Defense Ministry. You know, they're not a trustworthy source. If the American stuff came out, I'd have a little bit more acceptance of it. If a really big news organization said these were horrible terrorists who just had the day off, they were just taking a holiday. They left all their guns and stuff behind, and they were just walking down the street. And then that was the only time that any of the drones had caught these 4 super terrorists outside of their underground base, and we had to get them right then.
Oh, I misheard you then. Sorry, my daughter is listening to Encanto really loudly. At Jesus saves 777. Don't engage. He worships Satan.
Tyler, there's no such thing. How could I worship a thing that isn't real? Yeah, sorry, Popog. Yeah, if a trustworthy source told us, I just don't think that the Israeli IDF is very trustworthy at the moment, especially when it comes to dead Palestinians. You can't take their word for it. If some sort of third party came out...
What if they're not super terrorists, just ordinary Hamas soldiers?
Then a trustworthy source told me these are Hamas soldiers, and we caught them outside their underground super base, and that was the only chance we had. Then maybe I would be okay with it. I would say, okay, great. That was it looked really bad, but you had...
I would trust Israel over Hamas on a heartbeat.
I would trust Israel on certain things, but not about Hamas. It's like you can trust your cat around M&Ms, but you can't trust your cat around tuna fish. You know what I mean? You can't trust your dog around a nice juicy steak.
Oh, now you're changing. El gotcha, bitch.
What? What have I changed? I'm saying that the Israeli soldiers really, 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 really want to kill Palestinian people. They really want to. And you can't trust their word when discussing that subject. If Tyler, listen, if I knew you were an alcoholic, I wouldn't trust you in a bar. Know what I mean?
Changing your underwear because you're so scared of Trump and Jesus, who are the same person, and they're both coming for you.
It's true. My pants just shit their pants. Alright, boss time. And I don't have to worry about the misclicks. Honestly, adding 1 to my projectile count is like the worst thing that can happen to me. Almost got him. There we go.
At Waldo, my religion says you're okay, so it negates Tyler's damnation.
Oh, that's nice of you.
They are eradicating
it.
terrorism once and for all from ever threatening their homeland. Do you know why the Iron Dome was created, or are you dumb?
I know exactly why it was created, to block the missiles that they're tossing in. Why are they tossing missiles? Because somebody stole their land. If you, Tyler, I assume, are in America and someone came into your house and started taking it from you, you would shoot them and we would say, good job. Well, that happened to the people who lived in that area before the American soldiers,
so you don't believe in a
British
two-state
guns.
solution? I know it's a literal dome made of iron, idiot. It's in the name. Name.
Oh, God, I've been beaten in the marketplace of ideas. You're right, Popog. It's literally a dome. So I don't believe in the two-state solution. I would be okay with a two-state solution if the Palestinians got a state. They haven't had a state.
Gotcha, bitch.
6 months ago, they didn't have a state. They had an open-air prison. And those people inside the open-air prison are second-class citizens. They don't get to leave, and if they do, they never get to come back. They have their rights trampled on. They get shit on. They get garbage thrown on them. And the people in charge of that open-air prison tell them what food can come in, what water can come in, what electricity can come in, and they will use it to harm them. They're in a prison. So when you put people in a prison, they act like prisoners. And you know what prisoners act like? fucking lunatics. They start fighting to get out. Don't build a prison, and you won't have to deal with all the people inside there fighting to get out. I gain permanent damage to that occurs. Interesting. Execution. When you kill an enemy, there's a chance that it spawns a weak experience shard. Cursed enemies have a higher chance. Okay, sure. More XP, I suppose.
You carry the
At Waldo Hello, wondering if for debate purpose you could take the Israeli side for 3 minutes, thanks. What's this a problem of my own making?
A problem of my own making? How dare you? Ganta Naranja, I appreciate you coming in. Thanks for taking chat, hopping in chat. What would I wouldn't take their side for 3 minutes. I would say that sometimes I would just point to some of the things
Israel
that they're
has
okay
offered
with.
countless times a two-state solution, and Palestine has rejected every
No, they haven't.
single time. You know why? Because they have hate and rancor inside them, and instead of building up to
They haven't offered a two-state solution. They have offered we win and you lose as the first step within that peace negotiation. Step 1, you never get this land back. Step 2, get out of our land. Like, their peace negotiations are benefiting themselves only. You need a third party to negotiate these things where it's somewhat fair on each side, but you can't have that, because guess what happens? You get called an anti-Semite if you don't give them everything they want.
The UN intervened once and gave the majority to Palestine, and they still rejected. Brother, are you dumb?
That had strings attached, stipulations, and things that they couldn't accept, Tyler. Or was it just, hey, here's the land, you can have it? No, that's not what happened. There were strings attached, and they turned it down. Yes, they turned it down. For political reasons that I don't remember off the top of my head. Gataranaranja. I could suggest that they are things that they're doing.
None of the Arab neighbors care about Palestinian people.
I know, and that is because
They can't accept anything I am telling you. They want Israel gone, and that's not going to happen, never.
yes, they do want that, which is why we need to get that out of their heads. The Hamas types. The Hamas types want Israel gone. Great. That sucks. I don't support Hamas. But there are innocent Palestinian people who aren't a part of Hamas who are being murdered.
Need to do nothing. Israel has a right to defend themselves.
The right to defend
The original
themselves.
proposal was rejected purely because they thought they could drive all the Jews out and then claim the land for their random Arab country and then turn all the useful idiot Palestinians
into a
they
surplus.
can't with the bull crap.
Okay. I don't know that much about it, Popog. I had heard from off the top of my head, there was some sort of a reasoning behind it. But if it was just, hey, it's not the entire murder of Israel, and that's why they turned it down, then they're stupid. And I don't think that's a good plan. I don't want all of the I don't want the Israelis to die. I don't. But I would like them to stop building that prison camp. And we do that.
Tell that to Hamas.
Yeah, great. Hamas sucks. Fuck 'em.
It was all selfish king making shit on the part of Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and Egypt.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, and Gadaraja is right. None of the Arab neighbors care about Palestinian people because, again, they're uneducated, they're poor, and they don't have anything to their names because they've been living in that prison camp. So the other
The
countries
means
don't want to
taken
take them
to reach an end matter. Not every Palestinian is Hamas.
Yeah, not every Palestinian is Hamas. Exactly. Good point. Let's do that one.
They voted him to power.
They voted who to power? The guy in charge of they voted Hamas to power? Yeah, kind of. Because they don't have another choice. You know what happens if a well-meaning Palestinian innocent person tries to form a political bloc and get people to vote for peace and
True, but nearly every
decency?
Palestine is kind of a shitty person.
Right, they get called a shitty person. Nearly every Palestinian is a shitty person. Well, if a smart one came along and wanted to build a political coalition and put together a peace plan, they would be called Hamas, and the Israeli Defense Force would harass them.
Yes, they support his terrorism. Can't be moaning after waking up a lion.
his terrorism? Who's terrorism? Terrorist Joe? John Terrorism? Mr. Terrorism to you.
Hamas terrorism.
Hamas terrorism. Okay, okay. His terrorism. Okay. All right, I got you. Support Hamas terrorism because they're stuck in a prison.
Mr. Satan, aka Hercule.
They're stuck in a prison. They don't know anything better. They have you either die in the prison, in your 30s.
Built themselves.
They didn't build it themselves. The Israeli state built it for them and forces them to stay in it. And if they want to leave, they can never come back, and they don't have anywhere to go because no one will take them in.
There are lions in Palestine. Is anyone going to do anything about that?
Unlikely. Well, if there are lions in Palestine, they've been bombed all to hell by now.
Not by race, by the way, by nationality. How do you end Palestine shittiness isn't important. Question. I don't think even a one-state solution of Palestine would make them good. They would. Probably BS. Not that we're gonna see that anytime soon. Yes, they could have been the new Qatar, but instead they used every penny they got to craft bombs and send it to Israel. I wonder why nobody wants people good at making rockets in the basement.
Yeah, I know, because they don't have any
Running wild
skills.
Won't anyone think of the children?
It's true. They need to be left alone for a little while, educated, and allow them to have real lives that aren't about this
In the
fucking
streets.
war. When was the last time they did any of those people did anything? It wasn't war. Give them time to rest. Create some sort of education program. Give them food. Give them shelter. Find a way for them to make their own exports. Find a diplomacy. Just basic fucking diplomacy would do them quite well. But they can't, because every bit of diplomacy that you would try to put in them would be shit on by Israel. They would stop you. They're already stopping America from giving these poor people food. That's what they're doing. Joe Biden's going to build an entire port just to deliver food to these people. Because the Israeli won't let food in. You think they're going to let them get educated? No. Israel wants them all to die.
Children are being cared for. Provide aid and help the innocent, but keep the hunting of terrorists, period, for the betterment of all.
Children are being cared for. No,
Imagine
they're not.
Palestine ends up as 2004 Yemen, cause that's about as good as it's gonna get. What next? Liberalization led to a civil war in Yemen, and now half of Yemen actually executes gay people.
Yeah, I know.
I thought
it
we
can
dropped
go
a
very
lasagna
wrong.
box on a poor Palestinian and crushed him.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, because they were dropping the things from the planes. It was terrible. They're dropping food from planes, and it killed some people with the food that he would love to have eaten. So they're building a port so they don't squash people anymore. If Joe Biden really were a leftist, he's not. But if he were, he would load up a whole bunch of aid into a truck. He would put a handful of American flags on it. He would surround it by American troops, and he would drive it right through that line. What's Israel going to do about it? Shoot at Americans? Fuck no, they're not. They know better than that. They would watch and cry and seethe and moan and piss and shit and cry and whine as this thing drove over. But Joe Biden isn't a leftist. He doesn't have any balls. He's a wiener. I wish he did have balls. I wish he had as much balls as Bernie. But he doesn't. Which means I'm going to sadly, unpleasantly, because I don't have a better option, vote for him right here at this desk via the mail in November. And you guys can watch it.
Y'all really are so FC King ungrateful. Y'all are complaining because Biden sent aid via airplane and accidentally dropped on some people. Brother, what about the food they got from the crates?
The crates were probably grabbed up by Hamas and taken for their soldiers, which isn't a good plan. I think you'd have more control over it if there was actually a fucking boat or that truck going in and giving it to the people
I am gonna
rather than
skip
the soldiers.
voting. No need to bother in California.
That's a terrible choice. There's all kinds of down
Not
ballots.
crates are way less likely to get grabbed.
You think the crates are less likely to get grabbed if it got dropped out of the air? How would that work? If it's dropped out of the air and there aren't any American soldiers over there, Popog, the person with the biggest gun takes all the food, which would be Hamas.
The trucks and boats are way easier to control for Hamas logistically.
No, they're way easier
Can't
for
enjoy
us to
food
control.
that crushes you.
They're way easier for us to control. We would have American soldiers standing there. You know what Hamas wouldn't shoot at?
So you want American boots on Israel? Wow.
What, American boots on Israel? Well, according to you, it's Palestine.
Hamas will shoot at American soldiers.
Hamas won't shoot at American soldiers. No, they won't. Hamas knows how...
I would bet all my money.
The optics. No, they won't. They know how optics
UN
work.
or American. Check
UN
out
or American.
Waldo's videos.
The UN is an even better idea.
www.youtubecom at Waldo videos.
Hamas will not shoot at American
Stop
soldiers.
defending Hamas.
I'm suggesting to you what is reality. I'm not defending them. They can fuck off and die. Hamas fucking off and dying would be a benefit to the innocent people in Palestine.
They required to in order to stay in power, and more than that, Islamic Jihad would have to shoot at U.S. soldiers.
They're required to in order to stay in power. No, they wouldn't. They understand optics, Popov.
It's a rules for rulers kind of thing.
They
Thank
understand.
You, see, we agree on something.
See, thank you. See, Tyler, we can come to an agreement. And more than Islamic Jihad would have to shoot at you. No, they wouldn't. They understand optics.
Can we discuss hummus with garlic or with olive oil?
I prefer the really spicy peppers. You know, the supremely spicy hummus.
Not agreeing with everything I say mean upwarding Hamas.
Ooh, we get more offers. That's all right. I think I'm about to die.
The optics don't override the fundamentals of how Hamas maintains power. Hummus,
they
bro.
would not shoot at American soldiers, boss. They would immediately lose the firefight, right? So there's an American soldier. There's 10 of them, and they're up unloading groceries and giving it to the poor, starving
Choosing
people.
optics literally
And
means they would no longer be in power.
And they started shooting at them to steal that food. No food will ever come in again, and those
and
people
they know
will
that
continue
U.S.
to starve.
soldiers can't shoot back.
They would shoot back because they're being shot at.
Because the U.S. would hit a kid.
They absolutely probably would shoot back, or else they would run, or they would retreat to not shoot the kids like you're talking about. Yes, entirely possible. But then they'd never get another food drop again, and then Biden wouldn't be on their side, and then the American people wouldn't be on their side, and then the American people wouldn't support giving them more food, and then we would
Their
give
hate for
more
America
guns.
is so deep I think they couldn't resist pulling the trigger.
I think you guys have
and
no
then we
idea
send
what the
troops
hell you're
to
talking
Ukraine
about.
too.
And then we send you troops to Ukraine. I think you guys are all wrong. Terrorist groups comprehend optics.
It's not about their hate, it's about the actual logistics of ruling in Gaza.
And they will cease to exist if they shot at those soldiers. Popog, listen. They shoot at those soldiers run away, the American people stop supporting the Palestine people, they call everyone in Palestine a criminal and a terrorist, they pay for
They will
way
cease
more
to
weapons.
exist if they don't shoot.
They will cease to exist. They will all die in a carpet bombing if they shoot those people. Follow me. Listen. They shoot those American soldiers.
Good.
They will all die in a carpet bomb. And Tyler would be happy because of all the dead innocent people. Because he's weirdly bloodthirsty in that way. I don't know why. Carpet bombs happen
Only terrorists.
the minute after.
Biden isn't gonna carpet bomb them.
Yes, he is. Well, no, he's not going to. He's going to allow the Israelis to do it. He's going to say, okay, sorry guys, gloves off. They shot an American. Gloves off. Take off the gloves. No more of this half-ass one block at a time. Nope. You're allowed to carpet bomb them.
Also, if that were true, then Israel would just false flag attack the U.S.
They do it all the time.
Islamophobia, that's what it boils down, RO. So Israel would support that kind of aid.
So Israel would support that kind of aid if they thought, like you do, Popog, that the Hamas would shoot at the American soldiers. But they're smart enough to know that Hamas won't do that. Just like me.
Since it would be easy to false flag.
And that's possible. Once that port goes up and the food starts getting delivered and it gets attacked, we'll have to find out if it was a false flag, because the tinfoil hat folks will be all over it. Listen, guys, listen. This was an entire false flag. I've got boots on the ground. I've got eyes on the sky. I've
Hire
heard from
a couple
a solid
Palestine
source.
civvies and guarantee their families are safe.
Possible, because that's what's going to be discussed if and when this port gets attacked, and it will get attacked. by those people, possibly. I think you're right. I think you're building the conspiracy ahead of time. We're getting ahead of this one, boys. Good call. We're getting ahead of this one. I don't think Hamas will attack it. I think Israel will, under a false flag. Because it is in their political interest to do so.
My money is on Islamic Jihad attacking first because they have nothing to lose. I have empathy for innocent civilians and children they don't have to pay the atrocities of terrorists, but unfortunately in this cruel world collaterals in a war are a thing, so yeah, zero.
Okay, so
Empathy
you don't
for.
care about them.
You're
Boss,
right
you
that Hamas has
don't have
something to
empathy,
lose
then.
if the US does carpet bomb. But they also have a lot to lose if they don't.
Hamas has something to lose if the U.S. does carpet bomb? Yes. They have a lot to lose if they don't. So,
And IJ does not.
I
So
think
IJ
they
will attack first.
comprehend.
That's my bet.
Okay. And we'll never know, because it will be...
Yes, no empathy for terrorists, but innocent civilians, yes.
But you just said it's a cruel world, so zero empathy for terrorists, but for innocents they have all my heart. Well, great. You don't have enough empathy to try and separate them? So you're just going to carpet bomb them all? That doesn't sound like empathy to me. Carpet bombing them all, big thumbs up. I have
Realistically,
empathy.
we want no, because there's no way they're gonna actually go through with building that dock. Stop twisting my words.
I think it would. You are the
And
one
also
with
call them
twisted
all
words.
terrorists.
You are twisting your word. You're two twisting your words. I have empathy, but if they all die, they all have to die. You don't have empathy then, boss. The dock, will it get built? I don't know. Also called them all terrorists. Yeah, I kind of remember that happening too. You did kind of call all the civilians terrorists. Let me think. What am I thinking? Will that port get built? Probably not. Biden is a liberal, so it's easier to promise things and never actually give them.
I feel
Makes people feel
practically
better.
maybe resettlement with pay is a practical option in the far future.
I would be okay with that, but we'd have to. It would be a shit show because all the land in the world is already taken.
That's my personal vote.
Really, should we
Brother, like
okay.
I said, zero empathy for terrorists isn't equal to civilians. Are you imbecile?
You said, I'm going to scroll back up in chat, my man. I got to hit Alt-Tab to go over there. And then I said all the civilians would get carpet bombed, and then you said good. I said all of them will get...
Amputation versus surgical removal.
Yeah, amputation would be the over-exaggeration that you're talking about. The carpet bombing would be an amputation. Let's surgically remove them. Tyler, maybe I
actually
misunderstood
have
you.
zero empathy, but that's because I was vaccinated as a child.
The vax will get you, folks. Tyler, I was talking about all of the people in Palestine being carpet bombed, and then you said good. If you weren't talking about that, then it's just a stream moment where I'm saying a thing, you're saying a different thing, we're talking past each other. Let's see. So yeah, I was also vaccinated pretty often, so
Maybe
you can't
most
trust me.
Palestinians would be okay moving somewhere safe for like 5k euros.
If they aren't, I bet a lot of them would, but there are going to be some that aren't, and you know why they wouldn't? Because they're religious.
Also, have you seen Palestinian carpets? Those ugly things deserve to get bombed.
There you go.
Let
See?
me ask you something. Do you have a soft spot for Hamas terrorists?
I don't have a soft spot for them. I want them to all fuck off and die. But I know why they exist. Why do they exist, Tyler? Why does Hamas exist?
Oh, okay. Why are you so angry at my comments then?
I'm not angry. Have you ever... Guys, am I angry? I'm debating. You've never seen me angry, boss. That ain't it. When I yell, you'll know it. As my dad used to tell me.
Your wife's popped up.
What? No, that was the kid. Was there a troll in the background?
Disagreement means you're angry and triggered.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't agree with him, so clearly angry and triggered. Look at all those skeletons. So many skeletons. Go get them, skeletons. Go get them, boys.
Sin can never.
Merciful strike goes up, sure.
Cry lib cry, they call me liberal destroyer.
You haven't destroyed anything other than your own credibility.
Lol. Clown.
Ooh, gotcha. I can debate you while killing Dracula Baron of the Outer Circle, boss. I have, in fact.
Yes, I agree, Biden is a clown.
Oh, evaded. Okay, good. Dodge. Ugh, that one turned around on me. Whoop. I ran out of dodges. Come on. Die. Where are all my skelly boys? Get out there, skelly boys. We got them. Got some stuff. Red equipment.
Lol. At Tyler the Goat 1, what's more expensive than education?
Pow. Enemies defeated. Is there ever going to be a second level in this game? I don't think there is.
2 educations.
2 educations. I mean, technically, yes.
Ignorance is.
Alright, what do we got?
An education with half a worm.
What's more expensive than an education? A Florida education. Because you have to pay for the first education.
At Gitanaranha know my time.
And then you have to pay to have the right education retaught. You have to teach them twice. So, Florida education is my answer.
Indoctrination ain't worth it. At Tyler the Goat 1, bless your heart.
Alright, what are we doing? Hang on. Let me bring up this thing. Let me do this thing. Hang on.
Thanks, bruv. My heart shall be blessed.
What I'm going to do is a thing. I'm doing a thing. Hang on. I'm going to do an internet. No. Okay. Jeez. Yep. There we go. There, and then we hit the home button. Who should I raid? I've never done it before. I might just find a random person. Channels. I don't follow any channels.
Raid Gorps.
What is Gorps? And does it have a name?
He was in here before.
Okay. Gorps. Gorps Inc. Just chatting. 18 people.
Gorps Inc.
Gorps Inc. Okay. He was here before. I'm going to...
If you son said he's a Trump supporter, would you disown him?
No, I'd let him make his own choice and then ask him why he got to that, how he got to that answer. And then when he gives me horse shit, I would let him know what that horse shit is and then not let him keep spouting horse shit. My name is Waldo, and this was my very first, very exciting affiliate raid. So I just
If your
got
son
the
revealed
thing.
he was Donald Trump, would you pay his bonds?
At that point, I would try, but I don't have nearly that much money. You know, I would have to stream a lot more to get that. So, my name is Waldo. Today was a good day. Everything went kind of crazy in a way I didn't know how. So stick around. Don't leave yet, so I can raid somebody for the very first time, and it's not some piddly ass number. Thanks everybody. I'll be back on Wednesday. So,
Good stream.
Tyler, if you want to come back on Wednesday, you can try again. All right, everybody have a good day. Good night. Goodbye.
Okay, bye, Lib.
Oh, hi. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video. The algorithm loves it when you watch it all the way to the end of the video. If you want to keep the algorithm happy, and I know you do, press the subscribe button, press the thumbs up button, leave a comment, tell me what you're thinking, tell me what you're feeling, and let's all keep that algorithm happy. Thanks. Have a good day.